Have you guys listened to the new Justin Bieber album?
No.
I must say no.
Hey man, it's hot sauce fire. If you like Justin Bieber and you like pop music, it's good stuff. Just throwing it out
That's
there.
the only reason why you listen to that is because your daughter likes the Beebs. Is she a believer?
I had to listen to a lot of bad music on my trip to Oregon, stuck inside a car with my family. So
I'm sorry, man. I can't do Bieber.
You can't do Bieber?
No. Not a believer.
You're not a believer?
No, I want to punch that dude.
Why?
Why?
Because he's Canadian.
No, I love Canadians.
You know he's nice then.
Well, yeah, but he's been arrested twice in Colorado.
Which Canadian would you rather punch, Drake or Bieber?
Well, that's a good question.
Yeah.
In real life, like if it was
in real life,
probably Bieber, but I would also like to punch Drake. But Drake is also pretty cut, so I really feel like I feel like I could do some damage to Bieber.
Yeah,
and tell him, hey, don't you pee on my snow in Breckenridge or Vale, wherever.
Is that where he got arrested?
Yeah, and then he got a DUI for crashing his Mercedes in the snowstorm. He's Canadian. Shouldn't he know how to drive a car in the snow? Hey.
Well, you gotta say you shouldn't know how to drive a car. You know.
I'm not a Bieber guy. Sorry, I'm not a Bieber guy.
I wonder if Murray's a Bieber guy.
Definitely a Bieber guy.
You think so?
Oh yeah, guaranteed. Guaranteed. If Jamal Murray was on this show right now, he would be like, "Yeah, Justin Bieber's really good. I like his new album."
Would you say that's my guy, like he did about Millie?
That was cool to see him like. And by the way, Millie stepped up in that game when you had only like 7 dudes playing. That was a huge win. A huge win for the Nuggets. I think we can look back when we win an NBA championship because of our trade. We can look back at that game and be like, that was a huge win. With 7 dudes, 8 dudes?
Not to digress, but I could honestly see Murray warming up to Rush.
Tom Sawyer? Mean Fight?
Yeah. Are they from Canada?
Does he like drummers?
I don't know.
Slap on the bass.
I thought they were a Canadian band. Maybe I'm wrong.
They are.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there we
Completely
go.
right.
Yeah. They got
nailed it, dude.
Yeah. Canadians.
Got it.
You know who else is a Canadian band?
Arcade Fire?
Yes, they're a Canadian band.
Ooh, and we can go on this tangent.
Ooh, this will be fun.
I think that's all.
Japan Droids are Canadian.
Japan Droids.
My favorite Canadian band is Japan Droids. But what about this one? Broke into my old apartment. This is where I used to live.
Bare Naked Ladies.
Yes, the Bare Naked Ladies.
Bare Naked Ladies.
I was really hoping Will would come out with that
Good
one.
job, Tim. Yeah. He knows his Canadian bands. I'm impressed.
I don't even know why.
I don't know why.
Famous.
Why do I know this?
Famous country singer, female.
Shania Twain.
Canadian.
I love Shania.
Yeah, Shania Twain.
I love Shania.
Nailed it.
Really, the Canadians are awesome. And
you get a lot of good Canadians.
Ryan Adams?
Canadian.
But you get a lot of good comedians from out of there, too.
Yeah. People
Mike Myers?
He's Canadian.
He's Canadian.
He's a hockey player, man.
Mike Myers is Canadian?
Mike Myers
Yeah,
is Canadian.
Canadian, bro.
Jim Carrey is
You
Canadian.
mean like
Mike Myers?
Hi, my name is Simon, and I like to do drawings.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He's Canadian?
Yeah. I'm a little verklempt.
Talk
amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourself.
I didn't know he was Canadian.
Yeah, dude.
What
Mike Myers is Canadian.
Yeah, Mike Myers, Canadian.
Who else?
Comedian-wise?
Just anyone else from Canada.
That's all I got.
Terrence and Phillip?
Yeah. They're Canadian.
Wasn't Drake from Canada?
Yeah, Drake's from Toronto. Yeah.
Toronto.
Canadian.
We already covered that, excuse me.
You're excused. Well,
there we go.
We gotta love Canada, man. But Drake or Bieber.
Canada. Sorry.
My home and native land. Oh, Barry Melrose, he's Canadian.
Barry Melrose.
Shout out to the
French
abs.
fries and gravy, man.
Yeah.
Poutine.
Poutine.
Oh,
We're just going across
almost
the border
made it.
for some French
Almost
fries
made it.
and gravy, sir.
almost made it.
Almost. Candy bar.
The greatest intro.
The schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
It's the best beginning of a movie ever. Maybe
It's
ever.
so freaking hilarious.
Best intro ever.
The Matrix, the beginning of the Matrix.
Pull over. He's already pulled over. He can't pull over any further.
I'm already pulled over. I can't pull over any farther.
Littering and.
So
I love that
if
movie.
you own beach property, you own the beach and the water?
Nah, man. It's God's water.
She can sue me.
Oh man.
Sue me.
I like this tangent. Good one.
All right. Well, welcome everyone.
Bros on Nugs.
Bros on Nugs. Into the spring break, dude.
Canada tangent.
Oregon's cool, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
I just
Awesome, man.
highly suggest if you ever have the opportunity.
I want to go. Quick, few highlights, Dave. Best beer, best food, best place you went.
Okay. The best. Portland just has it
Portland's
unlocked.
just killer, man.
Portland just has it unlocked. So
hate the Blazers, but love their
Good Rogue.
atmosphere.
we went to the original Rogue
Nice.
in Newport, and their food and beer was good. Yes.
Point.
Did you get their poutine? Because the Rogue poutine.
We did not get.
We ate like 3 bowls plates of it.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Keep them coming.
Yeah. Give me my acid reflex. Keep it coming.
Keep it coming, man. You work gravy. No, there were chicken wings at this place, Van Eaton. No, what was it called? Van Buren. Anyway, it's a smaller brewery in Portland, and then they have one in Washington. There's 2 breweries, one in Washington, one in Portland. And their chicken wings were smoked and delicious. Not as good as Front Range, but
pretty good.
up there.
Good.
And but their double IPA, dude, it was a 10%. It's a triple IPA, I suppose. It was a 10%. Tasted just like a normal IPA. Oh, dude,
I love those IPAs.
Daniel
easy
Robinson.
Drinking.
Yeah.
Triple
Drink
IPA.
4 of those and be pretty good.
Yep, sure did.
I love those IPAs that are that high, but you can't taste that.
You couldn't
alcohol
taste
in
it. No,
Yeah.
man, it was incredible. I will say Bend had great beer. There's this place called Monkless. It won 20. It won the 2020 small from the Great American Beer Fest, the 2020 small brew pub of the year.
Cool.
And it reminded me of like Trinity when Trinity first started.
Cool.
Yeah. So yummy food, exceptional beers, chill place.
I love Trinity's curry ketchup.
Yes, this place had curry ketchup as well. Like it was the exact same thing.
Yeah, with the truffle fries
Yeah.
or something.
Oh, dude,
man.
man.
I always got the spicy mustard with the curry ketchup.
You can't go back there though. It's ruined by a Green Bay fan
Yep.
who bought it. You
Yep.
know,
It's not the same.
no. But it's all good, man. What we're excited about here, Bros on Nugs. Sorry, we haven't seen each other in a week,
Yeah.
which is weird. Usually we see each other
Might be a
intermittently.
2-hour episode. My wife's gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah, she may.
Sorry, my mother-in-law's in town, so I'm off the hook.
Yeah.
I'm
Good for
okay.
you.
I'm okay. Liz is a little nervous about like the work week starting up, but
As I can imagine.
I'm still okay. What an amazing week for the Denver Nuggets. Now we're not talking wins and losses. We realize it was rough in that sense, but man, did we not just? Are we not now real title contenders?
We're contenders, baby.
Are we the real deal?
Tim,
We're
divulge.
contenders, man.
What do you like about the trade? What do you think?
I love the trade. Obviously, you like Gary Harris. He's been injured the last 2 years. Sad to see him go. I'm a little more sad to see RJ go, just because I think he has some great potential.
Ceiling.
Yeah, he has a ceiling. And I like I said at the beginning when we first did our first episode, I thought he was the steal of the draft. So I was really disappointed to see him go because he's gotten some playing time with us. I'd have rather tried to get rid of Bull, but obviously with Bull's attitude and the reason he fell so far in the draft, people don't want him. So that's kind of our cross to bear, I guess, if you will. Sorry to see those 2 guys go, but bringing in Gordon, that's big time, man. Listening to his interview, how he is just so excited to play with Jokic. He goes, my game has always been about cutting and getting open. And he goes, and you got a guy like Jokic, he's like, we're gonna go off. He's like,
yeah,
he legitimately said like, he's like, the Nuggets play my style of basketball that I play the best in. And so to hear an all-star level guy say that, you're going to see some sick alley-oops coming up in the last 20-something games.
Something that's been missing.
We're not
a
good alley-oop. There are 2 things we are not good. Just 1 second, if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 things that the Nuggets are not good at: blocking shots and alley-oops.
We're not
playing at the rim. We don't play at the
rim.
rim. Aaron Gordon does.
Mm-hmm.
You know who does?
JaVale
McGee.
Yeah, I hadn't even gotten there yet. JaVale McGee, it's exciting to have him back. Used to make fun of him all the time in his first stint with us because he was on the not top 10 almost every Friday for doing something stupid. But that man has grown up. He's no longer a boy. He's a grown-ass man. He's in his 30s. He's won 3 championships. He knows what it takes to compete for a championship and win one. And to bring that kind of leadership into a locker room that doesn't have that, I think is very valuable. Tim Legler, in an interview, said, watch out for the Nuggets. He goes, they just escalated themselves. Mm-hmm. He goes, they're making people play their style of basketball instead of trying to play the Clippers style of basketball or trying to play the Lakers style of basketball. Now they're going to have to try to play our style of basketball. And he goes, we're going to be really dangerous. And he thinks, Tim Legler, I heard a couple different interviews with him. I was listening to NBA radio on trade day, and he kept saying, everybody's talking about the Aaron Gordon trade, but don't forget about JaVale McGee. He goes, you can't forget about that, man. He goes, that might be the best trade of the deadline.
Yeah, you know who else went off in favor of the Nuggets? Richard Jefferson, who has some connection to the Nuggets.
Yeah, we love him. We love our
But he said that they just became the best team in the West.
We're dangerous.
And he was asked, well, are they better than Utah and the LAs? And he was like, yes, they're better than the Utah and the LAs now. As long as we can all figure it out.
Cohesive gel.
We were better than Utah, I felt, anyways.
Oh, we're better than Utah. Utah plays
and the Suns.
Well.
And the Suns. We're better than both those teams. It's the Clippers and it's the LA teams that we're building this roster to compete with because we can play. We beat the Suns twice, and our one loss was a tight game.
Thank you.
So I just it's freaking exciting. It's really exciting.
Dude, it's super exciting to be a Nuggets fan. What makes it all amazing right now to me, like the Rockies are doing everything they can to just tank and lose and suck, right? Like there are rumors now that we're trading Trevor Story. We want to get rid of John Gray, which is fine with me, but whatever. Like we're just gonna completely let it all go and rebuild.
Trevor Story wants out.
Yeah, he got
like as soon as you traded away Arenado, Trevor Story wanted out.
He's gone.
And they just said they want to trade him before the season. That dude's gone. We're gonna be ESPN Sports Illustrated predicted us to win 50 games this season.
Correct. The worst prediction ever in Rockies history, by the way. So you got the Rockies who have just tanked. They're tanking. They don't care. You got the Broncos who have done nothing, even with a new GM. You're like, make some moves. Let's figure something out. They've signed a corner or two. They signed 2 corners.
We're about to get Deshaun Watson for cheap.
That'd be cool. But
he may not play this season. But we're gonna get him cheap.
I get what you're trying to say is about what the
we're trying to freaking win, man.
Yeah.
The Nuggets are trying to win now. And if you had to choose, like, there's one team in Colorado professionally that's trying to win now. I guess you could argue the Avs.
Great job.
The Avs are doing a great job.
Oh man, they're up in the Stanley Cup.
Odds.
They're leading the odds to win the Stanley Cup this year.
Yeah, but the Nuggets have just tried to do that.
Cronkies are doing
a
good job.
Yeah, wouldn't you know that? And they're doing well at Arsenal too. Like the Cronkies have figured this out.
Cool.
Took them a while.
Yeah.
We used to rip them
But
apart.
you're just really happy about that trade. That sounds like what you're trying to get at.
I'm just pumped that the Nuggets are like trying to actually
we did something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did something at the trade deadline.
They're trying to actually win a championship. They really went for it. And it might crash and burn. Something terrible might happen and they don't gel and Gordon blows up the locker room, which isn't going to happen.
No.
He's a good dude, right?
Yeah, he's a good person.
Dude.
Yeah.
And we have
fine.
We have him for the rest of this season and all of next season. So that's awesome.
Character guys is what we do. And we found, do you remember when it was, 2 years ago before he signed that long-term contract with Orlando? Mm-hmm. We were like, dude, let's sign Aaron Gordon, man. He fit perfect with these guys. We all said that. I don't know if you remember, but we were all like, who would really help Aaron Gordon? Gordon.
Before we picked up Jeremy Grant, yes.
Yes, exactly.
And so that's what I was hoping and excited to talk about is we have been clamoring, demanding, let's go back to our first episode preseason saying, how are we going to replace a Jeremy Grant? Because we didn't. And you just did. And honestly, I think he's better than Jeremy Grant.
He is.
He's shooting better from 3. He's a better defender. He's a better defender than Jeremy Grant. You could argue that, but with Gordon, we replaced Jeremy Grant. Finally.
Correct. Yes.
And I like the versatility that Gordon's going to present, and he's shooting the best clip that he ever has from 3-point range. Yes.
He's over 40.
Like people, I thought it was funny that some people were trying to create this rift between like, oh, you're creating. What about MPJ? I was like, no, dude. No. There's versatility between both those guys. They can play 3 or 4, so it doesn't matter. You can play both those guys together, and they'll do great. And just when MPJ is starting to figure out how to play with Jokic, right. Now we got another guy who can cut and still spot up too, and maybe eventually we can figure out those dribble handoffs with Gordon too, because the offense. Yes, we're going to get better even on offense, which we're already the first or second best offense in the league.
Efficiency.
And now we got a rim protector. We're a better rebounding team now. And our bench defense is going to be better. Oh, we're going to be able to protect the rim with JaVale McGee. Dude. And it's going to be nice. I know we're all about Gordon right now, and I'm really glad that Timmy alluded to how McGee might be the best trade because, I mean, given Monte and Facu,
that's what we want.
A roller, a high impact roller off the bench.
We've needed a banger
because our bench scoring has been terrible. Mm-hmm. This is going to open things up when we can attack the rim off of pick and roll, and this is going to McGee is going to be huge for us on the bench because he's going to rebound, he's going to defend the rim, and then you can still play McGee with Jokic.
Correct. In fact, that actually is a pretty dangerous combo. You guys know that the only thing I really wanted our team to have was a rim protector. You guys know that. I was like, get Andre Drummond, get Whiteside. At the beginning of the year, I was like, Whiteside's cheap. Let's make it happen. And then I was like, well, why don't we just pick up Drummond? Let's try to make that happen. You know what I mean? Like, we needed that rim guy to protect it. And because it's the only thing we were lacking on defense. The only thing. Otherwise, we play defense pretty well.
McGee's an elite rim protector.
Yeah, he's one of the better. Best. He's one of the better ones.
He's one of the best rim protectors in the league.
You can put him in the top 10.
I mean, but let's think about it. Last year when we were playing the Lakers, like who were we worried about? Us. We were worried about Dwight Howard,
correct,
and JaVale McGee, and JaVale McGee, and we were like, dude, those guys are
too big,
are great signings for like you're only paying them $4 million or whatever. But that's huge. But
Yep, because Jokic is not going to score on these guys.
And now we don't have to worry about McGee annoying Jokic. Mm-hmm. He's on our team. So great draft. Not draft, trades. Great trades.
It's going to work. And like Will was saying, when people talk about how Gordon and Porter are so similar, I think they're very different. While they have similarities, the way they play is a lot different.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but MPJ's weak. He's not tough. He's not strong.
Yep.
He's got weak hands.
He's getting there, but he's
but he's not even close to as strong as Aaron Gordon.
Oh no, not at all.
He's weak.
Agreed.
He's weak. Yeah. He's weak, and he's scared underneath the basket. He's a 7-footer, however tall he is. Scaredy cat. 6'10", scaredy cat in the low block. Aaron Gordon's not that.
No.
Aaron Gordon is a man. He's strong. He's physical. He's just a little bit older than MPJ, and I think if the rest of this season goes well and next year is going well, we'll have to find a way to lock them both down. I don't know how they will do that, but
yeah. And this is what I was alluding to earlier, and that is we are trying to win now, which I love. I'm so used to everyone, even the Avs are developing. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like
young talent.
And that's what we do, and that's what every Denver team has done. Except the Broncos, who try to but they're not doing it now. So it's kind of fun to have a team that's like, all right, we're all in.
Championship window right now. Let's do it.
Mike Malone was talking about the trade, and he goes, when I first came here, you couldn't get a free agent to be interested in coming here. Nobody wanted to be traded into Denver. And he goes, in the past 6 years, we've developed a culture that's around winning and that we want to win. And he goes, now you're seeing, he's like, now we haven't signed any big free agents, but you're seeing interest from big free agents now. And after this trade, maybe you're even going to see more. And if we continue to play well the rest of this season and go deep in the playoffs, and we're going to be good again, we could get an off-season signing. So I mean, the culture has changed. We are a small market team, but out of all the small market teams there, we might have the best core group of people and like what people might be looking for. Plus, who doesn't want to play with Jokic?
Exactly.
Yeah, and this is my great fear, and I'm just going to throw it out there.
We lose everybody.
Yeah, after these next 2 years, they're all just gone. And this is our window.
I don't think so. I think Murray and Jokic want to be here and win a championship together. I think the only thing is how you fracture it is if you're mad and you fire Malone.
But I'm okay. I'm not worried about that. What I'm trying to say is I'm pumped up that we're playing for the next 2 years to win a championship.
Yeah,
that really makes me excited.
Me too.
And if it all goes to hell after that, and Jokic is like, I'm teaming up with Doncic and freaking Dallas, or Murray's like, I'm going to play for the Raptors because it's Canada, and you know what I mean? Like, such is life, dude. Such is life. But I'm stoked that we have a team in Colorado that's finally like, we are going all in.
Yep,
we're going to go all in. And you know that next year they'll go all in again. You know what I mean? If we don't win this year, they'll try to make moves.
If we do win this year, we're going to go all in.
I agree. I think they're just going all in to win a championship now. And that's got to be exciting.
Yoke has said he wants nothing more than to win a championship in Denver.
I want nothing more.
Like he had that interview.
He had that interview, and he was like, more than he'd like, would you go somewhere else to win a championship, or would you rather win MVP? And he goes, no, I'd rather win a championship in Denver than anywhere else.
Let's throw
Jokic is different cat.
He's a different cat.
He's not your typical like, let me go after a big bucks, let me play in a big market. He loves Denver. He loves what we have going on.
His family's there, right? Don't his brothers live in Denver?
Yeah, his brothers live in Denver.
Like with him?
Pretty much. Maybe not anymore.
Not anymore. Yeah, he's married.
I don't know. We were with you a lot right after you got married. So. But we digress. But I really feel, if we can dive hard into this season, and we start playing great next season, I think, you just watch out. We could make more trades. We could get some free agents finally. We're going to sign people. It's going to be a beautiful thing.
The Nuggets, swipe out the Broncos, because that's not a fair comparison, because the Broncos have been a very good franchise. The Nuggets have been the best franchise in Colorado minus the Broncos since their conception. Like, they've had rough spots.
The Avalanche
won 2 Stanley Cups.
Yeah, but that was like right before. Okay, first of all, they aren't a Colorado team; they're Quebec, Nordiques, and they brought over a lot of dudes.
But Pierre Lacroix did some amazing things to make that team
for those 2 years, and then they struggled after that.
I would say there is an argument. That's all I'm saying. There is.
I would like to have that argument that the Nuggets, as a Denver team, not a Quebec team, as a team that started in Denver, was originally in Denver, was an ABA team that was good, won an ABA championship, and has been consistently a Denver team. They've probably been consistently the best. They've had some rough patches, man. They had a rough patch in the 90s.
Late 80s. 90s.
Yeah, early 90s, late 90s. But overall, they've been a very good team.
On a side note, do you remember when we were really bad? And I don't know why this popped into my head, but how you were talking about how long Denver's, the Nuggets have been in there, whether you called them the Rockets or the Nuggets.
Right.
Do you remember when we were kids and McNichols Arena was still there and that dude camped out on top?
Yeah.
Until the Nuggets won, and he was up there for like almost a month.
Yeah.
In the middle of winter.
That's a good point.
I'm sorry.
I remember that. That's funny.
I remember
you were going on your tangent. Yeah. That immediately popped in my head, and I wanted to share. I know it has nothing to do with what you were saying. It
has plenty to do with what he's saying.
What I'm trying to say is they haven't won a championship. Avs has won. Broncos have won.
Rockies went to the World Series.
Rockies went to the World Series. Even the Rapids have won an MLS championship. The Mammoth have won a lacrosse championship.
Dude, when we had the Crush indoor arena football team,
they won a championship. The Nuggets are the only one who haven't.
And it's time.
And it's a history. It's a long history.
Since ABA days, man.
Can you imagine?
Jackie Moon,
dude. Do we leave the camp that night to go to Denver? Drive the back way?
We have to discuss that with everybody. I don't know. COVID.
Well, I don't know if that happens. I mean, man, if they did, that'd be cool.
Wouldn't you want to be up in Denver with everyone?
Yeah, but I want to be in a giant ass crowd and come back to our bubble at Blue Mountain Range.
Yeah, even though I'm fully vaccinated.
Yes, but that still doesn't mean I can't give it to someone else.
Yeah, you know.
Do we all have
okay. All right.
A drink to have? I wanted to say one thing. I know we've been really going on this tangent about how excited we are with this trade, but something that I know you want to talk about is can we do cheers to Gary Harris? Cheers to Gary Harris.
Yeah.
Right. May he rest in peace.
Yeah.
May
thank you, Gary. I'm sorry to jump on that ship, but I was I've been thinking about it, and thank you, Gary Harris.
Brought Jamal Murray to tears, man. If you read his Instagram post.
Yeah.
Jamal Murray was like, I'm crying for you, bro.
So, they're best friends, man. They're great friends, man. Like, what if you played on a basketball team with one of us and we got traded away? I mean,
probably would be getting better at that point.
I don't know.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Wow, we're having a serious moment, and that's when you choose to drink.
Probably better for my game.
Well, I'll finally get to open things up a little bit.
Well, obviously you don't play rec ball. I mean, come on, we play great together. I think we all played rec ball together. We'd be like, oh, what do you guys play well? Because he cuts here.
Yeah.
That guy does this.
Well, the three of us we grew up playing together. Dave and I know how to play well together. We won a Graf family basketball tournament.
Oh, dude, with Keeler.
3-on-3.
Keeler.
It was 3-on-3.
Keeler.
It was 3-on-3, and Dave and I won the tournament pretty much playing 2-on-3.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how well my brother and I know how to play basketball together.
Against a D1 girl, female, Wichita State Shocker.
Yeah, but the boy on her team was good too, though.
Yeah.
But they couldn't handle our pick and roll.
Nope.
They couldn't handle
defense.
Our defense was
Graf.
We bodied them up. They were getting pissed.
Yeah,
they were.
Yeah, you can't get around them, man.
No, big bodies.
I know. When a Graf gets serious, it's over, man. You can't score on a Graf. You better have a good shot. You got to have a fadeaway jumper.
You're gonna have to shoot
because you're not going to be able to beat him. Trust me, I've played Tim and you my whole life.
Yeah,
and I'm quick.
Yes, you are.
I used to be good at driving the basketball, but Tim always. I hated playing against him because he was so quick.
Yeah,
and he's fast too. Like literally running, he's fast. But his lateral quickness. Tim was our best defender in high school, man.
Yeah.
Great
no, we can defend because we
strong.
We do
and strong.
But neither here nor there. You know who else was a great defender? Gary Harris.
Best defender on the team.
Changed the game, man.
But isn't that a Clark guy supposed to be pretty good on defense that we picked up as well?
He's athletic. If you watch the Orlando game at the beginning of the week where we won by a lot because Orlando was trading everyone away.
Yeah.
And like everyone
fire sale.
Exactly. But if you watch Clark play, he was long and athletic, and he does some good things. So that's another dude.
Yeah, I'll take one.
That's another dude.
Did you want one of these?
Yeah, man. What are they? Oh, look at that. Trigger point.
Look at that one.
Look at that one. You get another one. Yeah, man. I don't know.
No,
I'm just so pumped up. I'm so pumped up.
It was the first time at like a trade deadline when we traded our guys where I was kind of like, I'm sad to see those guys go.
But we needed it. It was required.
Yeah, like I understand we improved our team.
Ditto.
And that's what we needed to do.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I took a look at it and I was like, I'm kind of sad to see those guys go.
Well, if you ask, you guys know this because, and everyone who listens to this, all the three people that listen consistently, all know that I love Gary Harris Jr. And I love RJ Hampton.
Yep.
And we traded both of them away. But we got Aaron Gordon, man. We got Aaron freaking Gordon. That guy's so good, and he got lost in Orlando. Do you remember how good he was before?
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
A year and a half ago, really.
Yeah.
Next year, are we going to have a Denver Nugget 3-point champion and dunk competition champion?
See, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know if he'll do it again. I don't know if Aaron might be done.
He might be done.
I don't know, man.
You know who's
we were hoping RJ.
You know who's going to win it is RJ. He'll win it with Orlando.
Good for him, man. I wish nothing but the best for RJ.
Well, he's going to get to play a lot, which is cool.
That's awesome. Good for him. I'm sure Bull was like, oh, man, why did I get traded?
Right?
I'm like, oh, man. Now I'm even more like on the bench?
Yeah, now I'm even farther down the depth chart.
Well,
if that was possible.
Well, this sucks. I don't know. Tim made a good point when I was texting him about how we wished Bull instead of RJ would be the one. And I know there's a front court logjam in Orlando, and that's probably why.
Mm-hmm.
But
But they traded away.
But Tim was all like, well, I mean, I was talking with Tim, and he was like, I wish it was Bull, but I mean, he said the same thing. I was like, it's just, they're not going to do that because of Bull's poor attitude.
Yeah.
And
well,
people don't want
text thread. No one wanted him to begin with.
What I was trying to get as the best point I thought Tim made was like, no one knows what to do with Bull. They don't know what position he's supposed to play.
Yeah, you don't know.
They don't know. Like, yes, he can challenge shots and he has length, but he's not strong enough to be a power forward.
No.
He's not quick enough to be a small wing.
Yeah, he can't guard a three.
There's this amoeba that is Bull. Like, where do you play him? Defensively.
You bring him in when you want to go into zone.
Yeah.
Because he's got freaking a 7'6" wingspan.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine him, Jokic, and
MPJ.
freaking MPJ in a 2-3 zone. I mean, they could probably hold hands and touch the sides of the court almost.
Almost. Yeah.
Yeah,
for real.
I mean, that is some freaking length.
Yeah.
So, like, screw his poor attitude. Maybe we need to start using him in situational play and start utilizing
this argument
2-3 zone.
Yep.
And then on the offensive end, that dude can lay it up. That dude can dunk it. He could shoot from anywhere. But I think maybe if you're going to keep him on your roster, you might as well start trying to figure out how to utilize him just a little bit because his length makes people nervous. Even from
situational basketball
in three point range, when you watch him contend a 3-point shot, the guys are always adding extra arc, and he's closing out, and his hands like right here.
Maybe a huge inbound, right? Like a huge inbound play.
He's a difference maker, and Tim, you've made this argument throughout the season. Like, use him in situational spots, and that's probably part of his problem is I don't want to be a situational guy. You know what I mean? Like his attitude's he's got to change.
You sit him down and you go, here, you want to play? And he goes, yes.
The NBA.
And you go, do you want to play for me? And he goes, yes. You go, this is what I see you doing for us. And be like, that's how you're going to start getting your minutes with us. If you excel and do great things, you're going to get more minutes. But to get those first minutes, this is what you have to do to get on the court. And you use him. And if he has a poor attitude and he's a little bitch about it, you try to trade him. If nobody wants him, you just let him go after his rookie contract.
Yeah.
I really thought he was going to get moved during the trade deadline. Really,
me too. I thought
like a second round pick.
Well,
somebody who was like, "Yeah, we'll play him."
Thank you, man. That's really cool.
I was listening to the NBA radio when the Aaron Gordon trade went down, and literally right before the Aaron Gordon trade went down, or like the details came out, the guy on the radio was like, "Oh, I could see him getting rid of Millsap." He's like, "They should be getting rid of Bull." Like, Bull would play great with the Magic, and he mentioned those two guys, and then he was really disappointed when Bull wasn't in that trade. So we're not the only ones who wanted to see him be moved on and play elsewhere. Because the guy that I don't even know who the guy was. I never listened to the NBA radio. I just got XM the other day to listen to the college tournament, but it has its benefits. But what I'm saying is that even that host was like, Denver's not playing him. In Orlando, he'll get minutes, and maybe he can show what he can actually do.
Yeah, I thought it'd be a good spot for him. And RJ's going to get that spot. RJ's going to play a lot. And that's going to be – Orlando has stockpiled picks. He's going to
be a starter now with Fournier.
Right.
And
Orlando has like 17 picks. In the next
who else has like 37 picks is OKC. In the next, 3 years?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Unreal.
What are they going to do with that? While we're talking trades, if you guys don't mind, what do you think of what the Trailblazers did?
I thought I really like Gary Trent Jr.
Me too. And Rodney Hood. I don't understand that move.
Not that Norman Powell isn't a good player.
No, but he's not exceptional.
Gary Trent Jr. is a younger version of Norman Powell. Norman Powell's already Norman Powell. Gary Trent Jr. is not quite there.
Yeah, Norman Powell's a little more versatile.
They're the same.
Probably with McCollum coming back, they were like, there's a logjam in the backcourt. So we need another wing player to be able to knock down shots with him and Melo. So that's and Norman Powell's a good defender.
Yeah. Athletic.
But I mean, Gary Trent Jr. really impressed me how he's improved the last year and a half.
Oh, he's been awesome.
I mean, when we watched him play against us at home the other day, I was like, man, we can't stop Gary Trent Jr.
No, he's so good.
Dropped like 20 points on us like that. And him and Melo were both playing great.
Right. And Melo continues to play great.
Another thing that, the one thing I am worried about losing Gary Harris is how our ability to defend elite guards. Now we can defend elite wings, finally. But when we lose...
And bigs. finally.
Yeah, but now, Murray is actually one of the better defenders now.
He is
as a guard.
He's pretty.
But I'm we shut down Dame Lillard when we had Harris.
Gary Harris does,
and Donovan Mitchell.
Gary Harris.
We do not win. We do not win against Utah and the Clippers without Gary Harris.
What we're saying, I believe,
now that he's gone,
I think we're saying PJ Dozier is.
Yep, exactly. That's it. Yep.
No, you go.
You got it. You nailed it. I was alluding to it, and you nailed it. You were exactly right.
Well, that's what they're saying.
We're saying PJ Dozier can fill that need.
Right.
So
he can be our 3-and-D guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Portland was going to improve themselves now because they're in the Western Conference and the Nuggets improved themselves.
But I don't think so.
They're not like a credible threat now. They may have improved themselves a little bit because in my eyes, Norman Powell and Trent Jr.
I was bewildered by that trade.
They play the same game. Yeah. They play the same game, but Norman Powell is again a guy who's won a championship.
More athletic.
Bigger, more athletic, won a championship. He's someone who can come in and kind of help a locker room that's lacking a little bit. And you know what? You don't have to get it because you're not a Portland fan.
Thank God. Dude, I was sitting in Portland watching Portland beat Orlando, I think it was last night.
Yeah.
A couple nights ago?
No, literally last night.
No, it was not last
night.
No,
you 2 nights ago.
Last night.
2 nights ago. I was not at your house last night.
Yes, you came over to my house yesterday and had 2 beers with me.
Oh, that's right. 2 nights ago.
Then you had Chipotle when you got home, and I had Chipotle at my house.
2 nights ago. Portland sucks, dude. I mean, I hate the Trailblazers so much.
No. And here's the thing: is in their eyes, they saw that as improving themselves across the league. Now, here's the thing: I read an article today from SN Nation or from S whatever Nation, SB Nation, and they picked 2 teams who could be the Miami Heat of last year, and both those teams are the teams we've been talking about this entire time: Portland and the Denver Nuggets. And it was kind of
better than Portland.
Well, no, we are, but I'm just telling you what the article was that I read and how and how people outside of us and our opinions see that Portland did something that benefits them.
I didn't see it. I don't see it.
I'm not saying you.
Do you see it?
I don't really see it. No, I don't see getting rid of Hood, man.
Yeah, neither do I.
Hood was like someone
playoff clutch.
He was part of your core group of guys. And so, like we were talking about,
I'll take Hood.
We were talking about Trent Jr. and Powell, but like to me, getting rid of Hood kind of hurts your guys. Like you know, last year when we traded away all those guys and we struggled for a few games, I think it's that same kind of thing because you've developed chemistry, culture, and getting rid of Hood, I think hurts them more culture-wise, and just period. Than bringing in Norman Powell. Whereas I see Trent Jr. and Norman Powell pretty equal.
Well, is that what getting rid of Gary Harris does to us?
Okay, opinion. Would you rather have Rodney Hood over Will Barton?
Yes.
Agreed.
Rodney Hood is clutch as fuck, dude.
Yeah. Remember the triple overtime? How he was just. I remember watching that game with Tim.
That dude's freaking.
And I was just like, can we just stop Rodney Hood?
Yeah.
Can you just stop Rodney Hood?
I would love to have Rodney Hood on our team.
Yeah.
I'd love to get rid of Gary. We already got rid of Gary.
Sure did.
Get rid of Barton. Get rid of Barton and bring in Hood. I like it.
Yeah.
Hey, another thing. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, please.
Me and my Barton tangents. Thoughts on what our starting lineup should be now with the trade? Go. What's our starting lineup now with the Gordon trade?
Go ahead, Tim.
Go ahead. Yeah. Do you have one?
I do, but after you.
I have one too, but I want you to go.
Yeah, you
go. Monte Morris.
Starting lineup?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
You wanted to do this. Let me say my starting lineup before you freaking become a naysayer.
Sorry, you said Monte Morris first. He's injured still, isn't he?
When he comes back.
When he comes back. Okay.
Oh my God. Starting point guard, Monte Morris. I'll spell it out for you. Shooting guard, Jamal. Small forward, MPJ. Power forward, you have Gordon. Center, you have Jokic.
Like it.
You're dominating. And then that puts Barton on the bench, and we all know Barton plays great off the bench. Yeah. Barton plays great off the bench.
I fear Barton may have lost a spot here.
Go. You're starting lineup.
For real? Okay. It's
If you say what I think, you're gonna punch you.
Don't punch me.
I'm not really good.
Jamal Murray's the 1.
Yep.
MPJ's the 2.
He's making this shit.
Yep. He doesn't know. He hasn't thought about it.
Yes, I have. I've thought about it. All I do is think about it every day. Your 3 is Aaron Gordon. Your 4 is Paul Millsap, and your 5 is Jokic.
All right, I want to hear why you think that.
I just want scoring, just so much scoring. You can't
Score.
Can I score more?
I think Gordon can score more than MPJ, and I think MPJ and Monte would be on the same level of scoring, if you ask me.
Yeah,
MPJ can score.
I like both of those. I really like Monte because I think he can facilitate a lot more,
so then Facu
still
is Facu your backup guard then at that point?
But let's think about it though.
Your backup point guard.
I mean, Jokic and Murray are still going to bring up the ball just because Monte's the 1 doesn't mean he's always bringing up the ball.
No.
And I mean, let's look at the analytics of how good Monte and Jamal play together.
Yeah,
so I understand why Tim's coming with that.
What would your lineup be?
It would be Jamal at the 1, Dozier as a shooting guard because I want to be a defensive lineup with Jokic at the center, MPJ at the 3, and Gordon at the 4, or vice versa. It doesn't really matter. The 3 and the 4 doesn't really matter.
It's the same thing.
And the reason why is I want Barton coming off the bench for bench scoring because our bench scoring is horrid.
Abysmal.
And then you can just go, hey, Barton and Millsap, Green.
It's yours.
Green light. Go score. Get your minutes.
Lost in all of this.
And Monte.
Lost in all of this is JaMychal Green.
Yeah.
What happens to that dude?
No, he's an off the bench guy, man.
Yeah, but so is Millsap.
No, but the thing, but
because we need McGee. McGee's your backup center.
It gets really hard for either JaMychal Green or Paul Millsap. It's going to get hard.
They're battling for spot. They're battling for playing time.
Oh man, that's
you could
rough.
even play them together with McGee if you wanted to go a little bit bigger. Green plays great defense on
McGruber!
On LeBron.
yeah, he does.
He plays great defense on LeBron.
Yes,
we're going to need him.
You're going to need him.
Yeah.
Millsap does good things. He's old.
You know who he plays good defense against? Anthony Davis. Millsap guards Anthony Davis.
Those are guys we need, and they're going to get their minutes. Like, especially with our new young, flashy lineup that we're going to have that's going to throw up a fucking shit ton of points.
Yeah, I'm so pumped.
But what's great is you're throwing out a bunch of starters who throw up a shit ton of points, and you know who's coming in? People who can score, but play great defense.
Yeah.
And so
they play hard.
So you got guys in there hustling, playing tough defense, and it's going to be good. Nah, man.
We're going to lose. Well,
it's easy right now with Monte still being hurt.
Right.
These next couple of games, you're not going to see a lot of we're going to have to figure out these rotations. But with Monte not playing and obviously Facu being the second unit,
isn't it interesting?
Facilitator.
It was pretty interesting.
Where's Green in all of this? I think that's a great
I
question.
think it's Green or Millsap. Something's got to give. Which one is giving?
Green we signed to a couple-year deal. Millsap's a 1-year deal.
Right. He's also the leader. He's one of the leaders.
He is one of the leaders, and he holds you together, and he's got that.
He's a culture guy.
But the thing is he's got to understand he's 36 years old, 37 years old. You got
he's going to accept the role.
He's going to accept it. He's going to do what he needs to do.
He'll be fine, but you don't want to not play him.
You're not going to not play him, man. You're not going to not play him.
Yeah,
if you start Gordon,
it gets hard.
If you start Gordon at 4, you're bringing Millsap off the bench. If Millsap's starting at 4, you're bringing Gordon in.
And the question was posed by people who know
play Green at 3, man.
People who know Malone well,
a little bit more athletic and can maybe handle it depending on the team.
Yeah,
people who know Malone well were talking about how long will it take before Aaron Gordon starts.
He's not going to start tonight. I doubt it.
He's available.
They're playing, dude. Aaron Gordon is going to get an alley-oop start tonight.
Yeah, but he's not going to start.
No, he won't start. And
but he's
the question
play.
is,
when?
Will he ever?
2 weeks from a cold in his eye.
I mean, come playoff time, if he's not starting, that's not very.
Doesn't matter though.
2 weeks of a coal miner's eye, man. He's gonna be starting.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah, because you're gonna want to keep this guy. You're gonna want to keep him.
Gordon's gonna start.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, but the NBA is so weird now. Minutes matter more than
as it should. Minutes, and who you playing in the clutch minutes means more than who actually started the game. I mean,
great point.
You can call yourself, hey, I'm a starter, but then where are you? Where are you in the last 5 minutes when you're on the bench and the sixth man of the year is on the court?
First of all, we know that Paul Millsap is not playing a lot of minutes anymore. He's going to play important minutes when Malone is like, let's throw him out there.
I just think it's interesting that after this trade happens, Millsap steps up his game.
Right.
I mean,
he's struggling coming back from that injury.
He was doing fine.
He's fine. He's been
then the injuries happened, and then it takes these veterans a little bit longer to get back into the groove. And I was texting with Tim the other night. I was like, Millsap struggle bus.
Millsap.
And then I go, it's a Will effect.
Yeah,
talking some crap about a Nuggets player, and then
he or something.
Oh, and then knocked down some big corner threes and rebounded well. And then I love when we see Millsap post ups.
Yes.
Like when we get the bully ball Millsap.
Yeah. Oh, he took it.
Or when he got that rebound against Zion, he was like, and got that and one against Zion.
Oh, you took it.
That's a veteran against a young rookie, big ass motherfucker.
Right, a big dude.
I was watching it. I was like, dude, is he fat? And then zoom in on him, like that dude's just 315 pounds muscle.
Just ripped. He's just ripped.
He's gonna fall out of his shoe again.
Yeah.
Have you seen his shoes? They have support, they're Nikes.
Extra, they don't blow out.
And they're extra, yeah.
There's special shoes for Zion.
Yeah,
probably.
Do you not remember last year or his last year at Duke?
No, I remember that.
He blew out his shoes.
His first
made a big deal out of it.
No, but if you look at his shoes now, I don't even know how to describe it, but it looks like it's
extra support.
There's extra support on
the
the
side.
They look like the
Skechers.
They're Nikes, man.
They're we're not gonna let him.
It almost looks like. Do you remember those Ken Griffey Jr. shoes I had, the silver stuff? It looks like that is on the side of his shoes to keep him from falling out.
Cool.
No more blowouts.
You know what sucks about Ken Griffey Jr. rookie cards? They're not worth a whole lot because they printed so many.
And you know what sucks is I've got a shit ton of them.
Ditto.
I was like, I'm gonna have so much Griffey shit. He's gonna be one of the greatest ever. I'm gonna have all this in my bag.
Yeah.
I just have 2 autographs. If I die, you can have it back.
Well, don't tempt me.
Well, all my other stuff's going to go for selling for my child.
Okay.
But we digress.
Sorry.
But we digress.
He has one of my
One of them. You cracked my skull.
I didn't.
On the edge of your bed. You KO'd me.
Maybe you shouldn't have broken my Nintendo, man.
That wasn't even your Nintendo. That's
my Game Boy.
No, it wasn't even your Game Boy, dude. You don't even remember.
Digress. Let's digress some more.
Was it the PlayStation?
It was when we broke your PlayStation game.
Oh, man.
Clinton Cooper got angry and we started arguing and it turned into a physical altercation. And
it turned into a physical altercation.
And someone fell off the bed and broke it. Legitimately, that's how it broke.
It's all good, man. Can I have that back, though?
No.
Damn it.
You're one of my concussions that has me concerned for CTE later in life.
Yeah, all of us. Will, what's your favorite autograph?
Oh, man.
I also have a couple Mellows.
Yeah, you do. You really went into Mello.
Dude, he's gonna be a Hoffer.
He will be a Hall of Famer, and most importantly, he's the best USA team basketball player ever.
He's a Hoffer.
Is Mello not the best USA team player ever? I think he has the records.
He has all the records. He has rebounds, points.
Yeah. I think rebounds and points.
Rebounds and points.
Yeah.
Games played.
I didn't have these special moments that your parents did, getting early to games. I know a couple times when I did go to games with Tim, your parents were all about getting there early.
Oh, yeah.
Watching warm-ups, which is such a cool part of experiencing.
It really is.
A professional game. I really didn't do that often. I did it once with Tim, and we just watched batting practice. We didn't go down and get signatures. So I never had a moment when Tim met Mutombo or when you guys like try to get Barry Bonds' autograph and he was a punk. You know, I didn't have those moments. I have a Peyton Manning autograph, and I have.
Where'd you get that?
It's kind of faded though.
My mom worked for Nabisco, so she got all this memorabilia, and then we also got like Joe Sakic and Ray Borks.
So that's freaking awesome, dude.
Yeah, that's awesome. Man.
Yeah, but I didn't get it myself.
But you have it.
Well, no, the ones I was talking about, I didn't get myself.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
The Griffey one is not.
The two Griffey ones I had, no. Cal Ripken Jr.'s autograph on my All-Star ticket.
Nah, that's some cool stuff.
The one thing I regret is when I was leaving Telluride, I had a Brooks Robinson jersey that was signed.
Mm-hmm.
And
what is that?
One of my good buddies who grew up in Baltimore, just like when he came over one time and he saw it and he was like, dude, I would just like, what do I got to do to get that from you? And he really, 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 really liked it. And I wanted to keep it, but I was leaving and I was packing up and I go, hey, man.
We argued over who gets it. He goes, who wants it? We were both like, we do.
Yeah, and I was going to keep it. I was thinking about keeping it. And my buddy, I told him when I was leaving, I was like, hey, man, come over and have a few drinks with me and I'll give you the Brooks Robinson jersey. He cared. He cared, man.
Will gave it to somebody who cared and appreciated
it and loved it
and who probably has it up in their house,
or probably sold it for a shit ton of money.
Do you want your? You gave me like your Blake Street Bombers home base.
Yeah.
Do you want that back?
Wait a minute. Why does he get it back? I don't want my Griffey back.
Different circumstances.
No.
He was moving and was like, I don't want to get rid of this. Do you want it? And I said, yeah. And I had it up
maybe in the man cave, we'll figure it out.
If you want it back, you can have it back.
We can always
he didn't crush my head against the bed and give me a concussion.
I didn't break my PlayStation.
No, but
PlayStation game.
I gave a signed Brooks Robinson jersey away for peanuts.
For nothing? That's a Rockies trade. Would you Arenado that?
I'm giving it to a guy who really, 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 really wanted it.
What's the guy's name?
His name was Gary.
You don't even remember his name?
He just gave away a Brooks Robinson.
Here you go, dude. Come over, get drunk with me. You can have this jersey.
You can have the jersey, because, why not?
His name. Let me grab my beer. His
name is Gary.
No,
you can't have the name. All you can think is Gary.
Gave away a Brooks. You don't even know the dude's name. Like, what are you doing? Make good life decisions. Holy cow.
It wasn't Gary.
Yeah, it's not Gary.
Oh.
Don't know his name. Oh my goodness.
We digress.
Is that real? Is that for real?
Gordon. It was Gordon.
That moved
Gordon.
You know how many?
We call him Hockey Jesus.
You know how many autograph things I've given away? 1 to Tim. That's it, and I at least know where it is.
Dude, Gordon, where it's gonna be.
I told
when I have a man cave every time. When I have a man cave,
haven't seen him in forever.
Glad Gordon has your Brooks Robinson autographed jersey. What are you doing, dude? Timmy played the opposite game and got a Mellow signed wristband from Jacqueline.
Yes, and all I had to do, it was a headband, game-worn headband, and like her dad bought it for her, and she was like, and I was like, that is so sweet. I was like, can I have it? And she's like, no. And I was like, can I have it? I just kept hounding her for a long time. I'm like, can I have it? Can I have it? And she's like, no. And she goes, finally, she goes, if you send me a graduation announcement, like not to my family, but to me, I'll give it to you as a graduation gift.
Deal.
So I was like, deal. So graduation came. I wrote out one of these, you send out your announcements. Like the whole Derian family got like an actual one, and Jacqueline got her own.
She got an individualized one. Did you autograph the announcement?
Well, I mean, I signed the back. Like I wrote on it and signed it.
Sweet. So she has a
Tim Graff. Well, she held on to it,
and you got a Mellow.
Yes, game used headband. Yeah, I need that dude to continue to score. I need him to play for like 4 more years and get a little higher up there, playing to his early 40s. Just shooting some threes here and there. It's gonna pay off.
Vince Carter, that thing.
Oh man, I wish I had a Vince Carter autograph. I would give you a Griffey thing if you gave me a Vince Carter graph.
Vince Carter graph. I could do that.
Vince Carter graph.
A Carter graph? Oh my
graph. The graph autograph.
We've digressed a bunch. Can I bring us back in for 1 second?
Rein it in, buddy.
Sure.
Last 4 games, Dave. How many free throws have our opponents shot to how many free throws have we shot?
I assume twice as many as we have. I would just guess. I'd guess
pretty damn close to twice as many.
I would guess twice as many. We don't shoot free throws, dude. We don't shoot free throws.
In our last 4 games, our opponents have shot 87 free throws. They've made 72 of them.
Wow.
We've shot, in the last 4 games, we've shot 45 free throws.
Okay. 10 free throws a game.
And we've made 40. So we've only missed 5.
We're good at free throw shooting.
But, we're 3 off from that double number you were just talking about.
Yeah.
And you know what? And
why don't we get respect and love?
The problem is, and you're going to hear it from me.
We don't go to the rim.
No, we do go to the rim. Here's the thing. We don't get love. All right, if you want to bring it up, because it's all about Silver's manipulation right now.
Okay.
Adam Silver the officiating has been horrendous. How the hell are the Pelicans shooting 30 free throws in Denver to our 10? To our 10. They shot 30 to our 10 in the first time we faced them. It was closer the second time. 87-45 shows me right there that the NBA is trying to hurt us while the Lakers themselves are hurt. It is a conspiracy theory, if you will, but Silver's manipulation is trying to help LeBron James and the Lakers while they're down and out. Because right now, we're on their heels. We're nipping at them.
Oh, yeah.
And we should have won those games. Those are games we should have won. Those games we lost, we should have won. Minus, we played terrible against Toronto. But that New Orleans game, that was a game we should have won. But the free throw disparity was laughable. It was laughable. It was horrible. It was almost as if the officials were like, we need New Orleans to win this game.
Did you watch the New Orleans game?
No, I have not. I didn't watch.
Zion gets ticky-tack calls and Jokic bleeds and gets nothing.
It got reversed, but like all you need to watch is that charge call or lack thereof, that block call on Millsap where he was clearly set, and Zion nails him,
just runs him over,
and then he's all like, I'm like, are you kidding me?
They call the block,
and then Malone was like, no, and it was clear. Like, I thought it was ridiculous that you even had to
challenge it.
Right?
It was so clear. Like, it's not even like, I mean, it was clear as day. Zion hasn't left his feet yet. Millsap is not even close to the restricted area. He is set, gets nailed. I mean, good for Millsap in his age.
Getting run over.
Like, who gets in front of LeBron? Who gets in front of Zion?
Right.
Nobody.
He did.
Nobody.
And he got nailed. And then they're like, he's like, nope, block. And then Millsap was like, what? And then Malone was like,
yeah.
And I laughed. I was like, that's ridiculous that you even have to challenge it.
Right.
It wasn't even close.
No.
Well, this is a problem all season long, guys.
No, it is.
Our free throw disparity.
It is, but it's been really bad the last 4 games, and I blame Adam Silver.
You think it's because the Lakers are struggling right now?
Tell me, give me a reason why not to believe that. Their 2 best stars are out. Right now, they could fall far in the West.
Oh, yeah.
They've lost 4 straight games. Yep. They've lost 4 straight games. During that time,
they've only fallen one spot.
And have only fallen one spot.
Yeah.
And during that time, the one team who's nipping at their heels is getting outshot at the free throw line 87-45.
Okay.
You prove me wrong that there's not a higher being, a.k.a. bald-ass Adam Silver, dorky motherfucker telling these people not to play otherwise.
Tim, would you like to start a Nuggets militia?
Yes, let's do it. Can we do it in a peaceful way?
Yeah, no, we'll be a peaceful militia.
Mike, I just want to be a peaceful militia. I want to protest Adam Silver. Just want to protest Adam Silver.
Where is the NBA's?
New York.
We want foul calls. We want foul calls.
And we stand outside New York, the NBA headquarters with a sign.
Just decked out in Nuggets gear.
Yep.
We want foul calls. We want the same. Think about last year in the Western Conference Finals. Think about last year in the Western Conference Finals.
Is call games fair?
Last year in the Western Conference Finals, LeBron James complains to the NBA. Complains to the NBA about the officiating after our 1 win in the Western Conference Finals. LeBron James cries to the NBA. What happens the next game? foul disparity. What happens the next game? When we cry, hey, that's bullshit. You guys just totally favored LeBron. Not a damn change. It's bullshit. The NBA wants the Lakers to be good. Screw it. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm done. Quit the disparity. LeBron, you'll never match Jordan. You've played with 15 All-Stars. Jordan played with 2. Suck it.
Degeneration X.
Degeneration X.
I know we talked about that last
Sorry.
felt right.
That was a whole
Ooh, I like it.
Full circle.
I like it.
If I had the time/money
To just go
to
protest.
go protest
I'll
in
love
New
it.
York.
Yeah.
You know you could get other teams involved. Just call all the mid-market team
Yeah,
fans.
call
Just be like, hey, we're going to New
starting
York.
a giant
We're going to New
protest,
York.
man.
We're going to New York, and we want good officials. Like, why is the NCAA officiated better than the NBA?
I say small, you say market. Small,
Market.
small,
Market.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
You're in New York.
I wish I had that money in time.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be great? Just to be wealthy and be like, I'm just going to
Big
stand.
news. Big news.
Like
Man,
those-
everybody was like,
You'd
The
be on
people who used to
ESPN.
go to TRL. You're like, where'd
Yeah.
these people come from? And how do they get there? And why can they just afford to go to New York?
Guys, it'd be awesome. You would be on
Jazz fans, Toronto fans, join us.
during the day. You'd protest. During the
Portland,
day,
join us.
during the day, you protest. At night, you're enjoying New York City.
Yeah.
Then the next morning, the next morning, you show
You
up.
wake up and
hungover.
protest.
You wake up. It's just, Adam Silver's arriving at 7:30. I'm
Oh,
there.
I'll be there at
I'm
7.
there. I'm there. Screw you, Silver. Blah, 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 blah. It's manipulation, though. The NBA is crooked as all get.
I'll get out. Man, I don't know. That would be fun though.
Sure would.
To just go to New York and like just let it all loose on the NBA.
Oh man, that's funny.
Except our team's good. You know what's awesome is Aaron Gordon's gonna stop LeBron. It's gonna be sweet. And Kawhi. Aaron Gordon can defend, my friends. He's about to stop some fools that we couldn't defend earlier.
I'm going to dunk the shit out of the ball.
And he's gonna dunk.
I just can't wait to see some alley-oops again.
Right? It's been so long.
I love me some. Remember how much when we had the Thuggets?
Oh,
there,
dude, Kenyon Martin.
Martin.
Oh, just throw it up to him.
Birdman,
Oh.
Marcus Camby,
Melo,
Melo,
J.R. Smith. Just throw it up to the rim.
We did not win an NBA championship.
No, we didn't.
We made it to a Western Conference final. But if
Sure
I
did.
would have had to pick, and during that era, an NBA team to win in a street fight, I would have picked the Nuggets.
I don't know. JR seems a little weak to me.
No, you have Kenyon Martin.
Kenyon Martin's going to
You have that's the thing there. You don't
Kenyon Martin.
you don't have to
guys
worry
gonna
about
take out
everyone else.
everyone else.
You
Yeah,
got Kenyon Martin.
Kenyon Martin would have.
JR may be like a little prep boy, but he sees Kenyon Martin going to town. But and he'll get all hyped up, and he's gonna run his mouth. He's
And
gonna
if we have
distract.
AI too, you never
AI.
know what AI.
Oh,
can do
he
in a
would've-
street fight.
Oh man, Kenyon Martin and AI in a street. Oh,
I just imagine AI.
Marcus,
I didn't hear no bell.
he's so fast. He's
AI being like, I don't hear no bell. I can imagine seeing AI in like Def Jam Vendetta.
Yeah.
Just leg sweeping people.
Marcus Camby retired in has a mansion in Pearland, Texas, and I drove past his house all the time just to try to like see him. Like my boss was like, "Are you on your way?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I'd like literally go 5 minutes out of my way to drive past Marcus Camby's house, and I'd go real slow. And you could see his nice ass house with this really cool outdoor basketball court, and I'm like, "Camby,
Camby, where you at?
where you
Camby
at? Oh, he might be at the
Cambyland.
grocery store. Let me go to the grocery store."
Liz and I lived in Denver briefly, and I ran into Marcus Camby outside of the steakhouse downtown. And
Do you just ask him what time it is?
no, Liz kept going, and I was like, "You're just gonna have to give me a minute." And Camby was one of the coolest dudes. Like,
Yeah.
I dapped him up, like gave him the bro shake. I was like, "Hey man, just thank you for what you do for the city," and we talked for like a good 2 minutes. He was cool, really cool, really good dude,
I liked Camby, man.
down to earth.
Yeah.
The Camby man can.
Was not
Not
mad.
like annoyed by you.
Yeah, not mad that this like 25-year-old was like trying to bother him. You know what I mean? Like not pissed
What-
at all.
What about that time, Dave?
Give you the time of day. Gave you the time of day.
Oh yeah, talk to me like a human being.
Yeah.
What about the time the usher,
even though he's defensive player of the year, like gave me the time of day.
When we went to a Nuggets game, Dave, and the usher was like, "Go to this club, mention my name."
Yes. That was awesome.
We buddied up with our usher at Pep. It was the Pepsi Center, and he gives us his buddy's name, who's the bouncer, and like we show up, like everybody's like dressed to go clubbing.
Mm-hmm.
Dave and I are dressed in Nuggets
gear. Yeah.
And we show up to the door.
And like, take your hats off.
The guy just looks at us real quick. He's like, and then we go, but blah, 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 sit up here. And he goes, really? And he goes, yeah, turn your hats around.
Yep.
Wear them forward. You can't go in the back, but you can stay up here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was into this club with like Dave and I are like trying to peek back into the back part.
Like, what's going on back there?
I love it.
First off,
experience.
we should never have been in that club.
Nope.
Like, even if I had not been to a Nuggets game prior, this man does not belong in a club.
No clubs.
Big goofy ass white guy here.
Yeah.
No, I'm not
wearing Nuggets gear.
Oh, what's going on back there, man? Okay. I'm having a drink.
I think we did try to get into the back a couple times.
We weren't supposed to, though.
That's cool. That's a cool experience.
Yeah, the guy was like, "Hey, you guys having fun tonight? Just drop my name at this place." We're like, "No way." He's like, "No, for real, just drop my name."
We waited in a line. And literally, like in the TVs, in the movies, like when you see just like beautiful women
cut the Roxbury.
It was not in the Roxbury.
They moved
Roxbury.
They moved the rope.
Roxbury.
The beautiful women walk in. They close the rope. And they like have a foot forward.
And Tim and I are in a line. We're like, we're just gonna drop this dude's name.
All these people are in like button downs and like looking
fly.
fly. I'm wearing this jersey with Jaeger and nacho cheese on it. And it's like I'm clubbing.
Yeah. It's true. And we got to the
guy. We got
in.
He's like, the bouncer was there.
He's like, you guys can't. We're like, no, blah, blah, blah.
Told us to come over to you.
And he was like, oh, really?
Really?
Face your hat forward.
Because we were wearing our hats
Don't make me regret this.
Yes.
Well, I think that's why he said you guys can't go in the back.
Yeah.
You guys can stay in the front.
That's where we belong. In the front. Not the back, dude. Not the back at all.
That's great, man. What a cool story.
What do you guys think, man? What are we thinking right now?
Can't wait for the Nuggets tonight, man. Again, overall, the last, if we can synopsize the last week, hopefully we can defend the 3-point better moving forward. It's been rough. It's nice seeing MPJ offensively get where he's at.
He's good, man.
Tim has nailed it. I don't know why MPJ digs when he doesn't need to dig. And what I mean by that is leave his guy at the 3-point line to help. Like there was a couple times, like example, Eric Bledsoe from the Pelicans drove. Jokic beat him to the spot and handled it. You do not need to dig.
You don't have to go in
off of Eric Bledsoe.
Right. You're already challenged.
Yeah.
You're being challenged by something.
And then you leave Arnold Walker or Brandon Ingram wide open for a corner three. I'm like, what are you doing, MPJ?
But we know well that Malone loves to stop people from getting in the paint. Like we're a really bad 3-point defending team. But that's intentional.
But I think we're going to be better now that we can defend the paint.
We win the points.
Correct.
We win the points in the paint most nights.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no,
most nights we win points in the paint.
We defend the paint, dude.
But against Toronto, when they were just shooting lights out from beyond the arc, there's nothing you can do.
Well, that's the gamble. We defend the paint, dude. But you're right. Woo! You're right though. With McGee, now you can kind of not you don't all have to.
Our rotations are going to be better.
You all don't have to collapse all the time.
So hard.
Yeah.
Because we have a rim protector now.
Correct.
And then we have more defensive versatility. Because offensively, we are one of the best.
We're great.
Now, instead of just being 15th best, we can get in the top 10.
Do you think we're going to get serious again here, folks, for a second? Do you think that Malone only accepts these trades because he knows that we're getting better defensively?
I don't think Malone has as much say as you think he does.
I do. I think he has say. Why wouldn't he? Why would you not trust what he's doing?
No, I think it's more of, hey, Mike, from this is a Tim Conley Mike
Tim
conversation.
To Mike. Yeah. Oh, can we play this game?
Yeah. I'll be Tim.
You're
Conley.
Tim Conley. I'm Mike Malone. All right. Well, who initiates it? You do, because you're Tim.
I'm Tim Conley.
Right. Yep.
Hey, we have an opportunity to.
Where's Josh? Is he getting like? Is he just doing lines?
Josh
over
is yeah, right. Is he just doing lines? Yeah, man. Whatever.
Whatever. I got your back.
I talked to Stan. We're good.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Oh, we're not in the luxury tax. Oh, great.
Yeah. Okay, I'm ready.
But anyway, I think Tim's like, hey.
Whoa. And scene. Hold on, Tim.
Yeah.
You're walking into Tim Connolly over here. Mike Malone, this is trade.
You're Mike Malone, you're
Yep.
Tim Conley. Who am I? Am I just myself?
No, you're Cronky. You're
No, he's not. He's not doing lines.
Yeah, you're doing lines over the
You're Cronky?
Well, he wanted to do a hypothetical scene.
We are.
Here.
I'm ready.
All right.
Okay.
I'm Cronky.
Yeah, you're Cronky. Not Stan.
So
I'm the cokehead Cronky.
Correct.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready?
All right, we're gonna do the trade deadline comment.
Trade deadline talk. Okay.
Are you guys ready?
All right.
We're ready.
How you gonna make my team better?
Okay. Just calm down. We got this.
Okay. So we got to get rid of Hartenstein.
That's fine.
We're gonna give two second round picks to get. We need a rim protector. I heard what Jamal said about not having a rim protector. It's obvious that we cannot protect the rim. We can get JaVale McGee for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
2 second round picks in Isaiah.
Yep. Trade that. Good. I'm good with that.
All right. Okay, I've been talking to the Orlando Magic for the last couple weeks.
Yeah, what are they
We're
saying?
trying to get Aaron.
Aaron Gordon?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, they're doing a fire sale.
Would you guys like to hit that?
I'm good right now. Thank you.
I don't need to lie. Thanks, Josh.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Josh.
you're welcome.
Josh, why don't you
All
go
right, so here's the
check
deal.
on the Rapids or something?
We can get Aaron, and we can absorb that contract, but we have to get rid of Gary and his money. And
What'd you just say?
Yes, we have to trade Gary
Gary Harris?
to get Aaron.
Who else do we have to give up?
A first round pick.
And
No.
I tried to see if they would take Bull, but they have a front court logjam, so it has to be RJ
log jamming.
RJ.
Hampton.
RJ.
You know
RJ.
he likes RJ.
Who's got
Guys,
the dunk
it's time to move on
championship?
from development. We have all these people, and I know how to draft. I'm still keeping my first round pick this year.
Keep Gary Harris.
I still keep my first round pick this year. Just I lose it next year. So
can we get Gary
What
Harris?
second round picks do we lose?
what's up?
Like,
A
are we
bunch,
gonna
all
have
of them.
another draft where we don't pick it all again?
Hey, Josh.
Yeah.
What are you doing, man? We're trying to figure out how to win.
Yeah.
Why don't you go back to running the Arsenal or something?
Ever since we lost
I can
Jeremy
do that.
Grant, we
That
haven't
seems
been able
pretty
to
easy.
defend
We're
elite
sucking.
wings. If we're gonna beat the Los Angeles Lakers or the Clippers again, we need to find someone who's able to defend. Aaron Gordon is that guy.
Yeah. Clippers are
we can,
toxic.
and we get to keep him for this year and next.
Clippers
So
are
that's
toxic.
that's what we're doing, Mike.
That was a good role play. I don't.
That was
like-
a good role play.
Not really.
That was a really bad role play.
That's terrible.
Oh, that was good.
I thought it was good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good idea. I like it.
How are you gonna leave my team runner?
I just talked to Sakic and I said, do whatever you're gonna do.
Yeah, I'm gonna support you with whatever you're gonna do. What an easy job Josh Kroenke has, honestly.
You know what it is, dude?
They've hired such good management in those teams, like the Nuggets and the Avs have hired such good
Stan
management.
just goes, here you go. Let me set this up for you. Here you go.
Here you go.
There you go.
And sing.
And scene. Tim, you want to do a role play? Or are you good?
Yeah, what do you got coming?
I think we're gonna do.
We lost our one viewer at this point.
Yeah, exactly. You're Aaron Gordon. It's the first day of practice yesterday, and I'm Nikola Jokic. Okay, other Nikola Jokic. Okay then. Hey, welcome to the Nuggets. Welcome to the Nuggets, man.
Is he Jamaican?
All my accents go to Jamaican. I don't get it. Every
Okay,
time I try to do an accent, it goes to Jamaican.
You know, Hey, Yoke, I'm really excited to play with you, man.
Oh, good day.
Oh, good day. Is he like a Jamaican Canadian?
He's whatever.
I think my game fits perfectly into how you play. I love to cut. I love to play defense. I love to attack the rim. I anticipate you tossing me lots of lobs.
Oh,
man.
dude, do you like the alley or the oop?
I love the oop. If you just throw him within like a 6-foot radius of the rim, and I'll grab that and dunk that shit.
Very nice.
What did you say? Thank you for the money.
Yeah.
Really nice of you.
Dave Jokic was both Canadian at one point. It was Jamaican. It was Swedish, and maybe a little bit of German in there as well. Yeah.
I suck at accents, man. What do you want me to do?
Hey, wanted to say thank you for the money.
FNA,
Really nice of you.
FNA,
Luna says hello.
Things are going to be good. Things are going to be good. The Nuggets are going to be good. We're going to do good things.
Oh, man, all good things.
Dreams are going to come true. Dreams are going to come true.
Dude, if we win an NBA championship,
I'm just so excited for tonight.
I'm going to tell you now, if we win an NBA championship this year, if I have a second child, it's a boy, it's named Jamal. If it's a girl, it's named Murray. So, boom.
I like it.
You can't play that with Jokic. This is my son, Nikola. I guess you could pull off Nikola, but
what
you can't
about
like
Nikki?
Oh. Yeah, I don't want another daughter.
Oh, maybe just Cola.
Just Cola.
Dude. You're so lucky you don't have daughters. What the heck, man?
No, it's not because my wife keeps wanting to try until we have one.
Oh.
Oh, you're going to go that route. You're going to
better
like
not.
5 boys.
You better not. Trust me. Just don't.
All I do is produce boys no matter what.
What? All I do is boys, no matter what.
They're outside. Playing.
Starting cars?
Did someone just get on a motorcycle?
Yeah, I'm like, what?
I'm just going to take it around the block, guys.
Theo's like, I'm starting this car up.
All right, guys. That's fun times.
How about that time, Dave, you blamed donuts on the athletic field on Irv?
That didn't work. But I did. I sure did.
It's okay. I once jumped the camp truck and like jacked up the entire front. And it was during camp, and like the counselors were going on their day off, and I tipped easy doors. They're like, "Yeah, I'm 15." I jumped the truck and
jumped it where?
In the pasture. There's a spot that like just drops down, so I just gunned it and.
Mom and Dad just heard that.
No, they know that. I've already told them.
You've told them.
I said, and even our old Wranglers, I've come clean to the old Wranglers. I'm like, you know how you used to get yelled at about that truck being messed up? They're like, yeah. I was like, most likely that was my fault.
Confessions, man. I have one.
These are my confessions.
In 8th grade, Mom and Dad just left me and all my 8th grade friends at the camp by ourselves. Don't know why.
What else did you break besides the car window?
That's it.
Yeah. That's when
Will, do you have a confession?
Yeah, Dad.
Dad.
The one time Tim, Corey, and I were hanging out down in the basement. We weren't in a fight. We were just drunk and thought it would be fun to hit drywall, and I'm the one who punched the hole in the drywall.
Oh, man. John, are you listening?
He found it because I put a mirror over it, and eventually he moved the mirror.
It was hilarious. Will punches a hole.
I can't feel a thing.
I was like,
I can't feel a thing.
Wow. I was like, he's like, what are we going to do? I was like, we're just going to move the mirror this way.
I remember you telling your dad that, and your dad was like, and Tim was okay with that. You took a swing at Tim, and he was okay with that. He was okay with that.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, Will.
Yeah. That's what I told him. I said, Tim and I got in a fight, and I took a swing at him.
And hit the wall.
And he's like, you hit the wall and you missed him. Yeah.
It was a big target,
and then,
by the way.
Nothing happened.
Then how did Tim respond?
Yeah. I was like, yeah.
Oh,
like,
he
so
just
you're not
like, oh, my
You're
bad.
not bloodied or you don't have a black eye or anything?
Tim didn't jump on you.
Tim didn't do anything. Swung, and I laughed at him because he missed me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Which is probably what you do, honestly.
Oh, you know when you're young and you think you're smart?
Yes.
And your parents just know that you're just lying at your ass.
Right.
Yeah, that's one of those.
I can't wait till my kids try to pull that on me. Oh yeah, Harper. Really? The screen from your window is just gone all of a sudden? Like you didn't try to repel out of
The
it?
wind, bro.
Yeah. Dude, you've never seen the wind here?
Man,
It's
the wind
super
is
windy.
I left my window open. A gust came through. Boom! Just took my screen
I
away.
don't know why you bit and broke it.
Well, then why is this ladder propped up outside your window?
My boyfriend wanted to make sure I was okay.
Oh, there were guys coming to do.
I tried to grab it, so I got my ladder to try to
find
fix
it.
and find it.
Yeah. Jeez.
Go Nuggets.
Go Nuggets.
Good bros on Nugs.
Thanks for the monies.
Thanks for the money.
The money's all mine. The money's. I won the monies.
Love y'all.